Welcome. In front of me is a Maimo, I think that's how you pronounce it, Watch R, and I'll be going through a quick unboxing and a look at the smartwatch itself. So, to get started, let's just pop it open, and I do want to say that I am not sponsored by Maimo or any other company for that matter, so anything I will be saying about this here is just strictly my own opinion. But anyway, let's just get into this. Actually, before we do, we have a couple informations at the back for this quick overview. So we have a 1.3-inch colorful display, a 24/7 heart rate and blood oxygen monitoring, 100 plus stylish watch faces. Okay. I guess that's specifications. 5 atmospheres waterproofing, which is equivalent to about 50 meters depth, and 110 plus exercises, along with a over 10-day battery life. Now, this probably will vary depending on what you do, if you have always on display and stuff like this. Anyway, let's open it up, and here's the watch. Okay. Let's peel that off, and oh boy, those are chunky bezels. Is it gonna turn on? Or is there other button? I'm gonna plug it in, maybe that will turn it on. So, under here we got the charger and an instruction. So I'm just gonna keep that in here. So here's our charger. Let me just plug it in. Oh, there we go. So hopefully this will turn it on. There we go. Come on, you vibrated. What the hell was that about? Or are you... Oh, there we go, planning to turn on. Oh, okay, so it's just fully dead. That probably explains it. Okay, so like I mentioned, this is a 1.3-inch display. Now keep in mind the actual display is much smaller than the body of the watch, which that being said, I can just kind of measure it. So from side to side we're looking at a 46 millimeter. Can you like just turn on? So it's 46 millimeters in width, and it is perfectly circular, but the actual display on here is about 34 millimeters in width. It is a fully circular one. It's just like constantly dying. Oh, there we go. Oh, great start with a great language. Can I do something? Oh, there we go. Oddly enough, there was no setup for this, so you can now see where the display kind of ends when the application is just being cut off by the bezel. So it is not as big as it would first look like. Now, in terms of some features right here, we have Bluetooth, was it 5.2 I think it was? No, 5.0, sorry. So yeah, Bluetooth 5.0, support for Android 6.0 and up, and iOS 10.0 and above. It comes with the GPS built in, so that's pretty nice at the price range, I would say. Gyroscope, barometer, pulsometer, and what else we got? Honestly, that's primarily all the worth mentioning information. So there we go. Now the real question is, do you want to pick this up, some kind of, at least I think, a less known brand? Because I think one of the first times I'm encountering this, or sorry, second time I'm encountering this brand watch, or do you maybe prefer to get something that will be a little bit more expensive but offer you also great specifications? Now, that being said, the reason I'm bringing that up is because when it comes down to watches, you can get second-hand ones at a pretty damn good price. So something like a Galaxy Watch 6, if you're into Android specifically, it will give you much lower battery life. I do want to just start off by mentioning this because it is a pretty big kind of downgrade when it comes down to about 10 days of battery life to something that gives you about a day of battery life. But other than that, you get access to Play Store and applications that can download for that watch. You have also dual band GPS, which this one does have GPS tracking. But you have a whole slew of other things that you can do. You can basically use something like a Galaxy Watch if you buy the eSIM version without even having a phone around you and still be able to pick up calls, listen to music from it and all that stuff. So in a way, that could be a great alternative, while such a watch from a second hand isn't going to cost you as much as the actual new one does. So as an example, this one where I'm from right now costs about 340 PLN. Now, I got my Galaxy Watch, a used one, which it was used for like 2 months because that's how long the watch back then was on the market. And I got it for 500 PLN. Now, it is a decent jump. I'm not going to deny that. From 300 to 500 PLN, that is a bit of a jump, right? But if you look at it from dollar perspective, that is like, what, $100 more? Right? Let's see. Oh, sorry, not that. So this is supposedly about $89, right? And the Samsung watch that I purchased costed me $134. So you know what? $50 more. Not even, like $45 more. So for $45, you basically have a full-fledged Android Wear OS watch with much more features and much better build quality, as that one comes with a sapphire glass and some other things, right? So in reality, it boils down, do you want to spend as little money as possible, and do you really need that GPS in here? Because realistically, looking at this, you could also pick up something like the Xiaomi Smart Band. It's not going to have the circular watch design like this one does, but it also costs less than this, I think, and offers a pretty fantastic device all in all. So that could be a alternative if you're open to looking at something else. And obviously for both of them, like used Galaxy Watch or Xiaomi Band, which would be new, you're looking at companies that are a little bit more known and I would say give me a little bit more confidence over the quality of the product rather than something like this. But this is just straight up like my perception of this. It could be, like I said, this is the second time I'm interacting with this brand and I could know basically jack all. So I could be just stupid right here. You know, it is what it is. But it is kind of how I look at this. So if, I don't know, maybe this perspective gave you some insight into what you could look at, then, well, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.